get situated where your feet are about shoulder width apart. A little bit more is fine too. They don't have to be completely pointed forward. They can be at an angle a little bit, but if we were being very strict about it, they'd be right underneath your shoulders, knees pointed forward, toes pointed forward like this, right? And then you're gonna bend your knees just a little bit, soften your knees, tuck your bottom underneath yourself, okay? What you're gonna think about, I'm gonna roll my sleeves up a little bit more so you can see for a second, is you're gonna think about your wrist leading this motion, okay? So it's not your hands coming up this way, and it's not like your arms are just raising up like this, but that your wrists are relaxing as it's like a marionette. There's a string here, and that's going to go up over your head, and then it's being pulled from the bottom, like you're going through pea soup, as it drops all the way down, right to here. Okay, that's an opening move in Tai Chi. They call it raising the chi sometimes. Sometimes they call it brushing. There's a lot of names, but that's the opening. Okay, the style of Tai Chi that I know is a style of Yang style Tai Chi. It's the one that Andre taught me. I've been researching and trying to find it online so that I could show you other than from Andre, and I don't got more than this. So I'm going to show you a little cycle, a little movement that we can do, all right? That you can do on your own. To get there, we have to do the first movements of the Tai Chi form, all right? This is called a small Chi ball style of Tai Chi. You'll see some styles of Tai Chi where it's like they're holding a beach ball here at the very beginning for this movement here. And that's not what we're doing. And you don't even have to worry about it being a ball of chi and energy that's shooting out of you or anything like that. It's not the point. Point is just where you're holding it, how you're holding it. Figure you've got a small little ball right here at your dantian, and it's like little ball of water, and you're just holding on to that ball of water. You're smoothing it out, okay? Like this. Just smoothing it out. Right about like that, okay? That's the movement we're gonna do. So we're gonna start here, right? Ground yourself, get yourself tucked underneath. Engaged core, but not tightened core. Nice and relaxed, breathing from here. I'm gonna go through these movements fast, and then we're gonna try to get to the point where we can do it one time, nice and slow, okay? All right, so hands go up like this, and then down, and you bend and soften your knees into this position here. You grab the ball of chi right here, not big, nice and small. You rotate this way, and then you rotate it back. Now, when we rotate it back, we're going to turn to our left, but I want to show you a couple different ways of turning, right? In Tai Chi, there's the way of turning where you actually move onto that foot, and then there's where you move away from it. This lesson today, when we did this movement here, we're moving away from it in a Tai Chi style, all right? In this move, what I want you to think about doing is that, shifting onto your right side, and then holding the ball of chi here, right? Right hand is on top, left hand is on the bottom. It's like you've taken that little ball and you've moved it onto your hip, but you turn with it, boom, right to there. Your feet don't pivot when you do that, right? This left foot can come up. On some styles, they do that. But for us, we're going to keep our feet grounded, right? Keep our knees soft, all right? So we go up, we go down, we make the circle, we rotate the circle the other way, we rotate it back and turn as we do that, right? Now what's going to happen is I'm going to change places. I'm going to push and squeeze that ball into my wrist until I get to this position. My hand is going to do this a little bit, like making a little duck face, right? And I'm going to be pushing like with a chop, right? To the other side, this way here, like that. Then it's going to move to my hip as this hand goes to here, like I'm holding on to a table. Again, You can be upright like this, feet pointed forward, nice and even. They go up, they go down, circle, right hand on top, left hand on top, right hand on top. I turn to this side. Left hand pushes to this side. Now, as I go to this side, watch my right foot. See how it does there? And I shove in this direction, move in that direction. Okay, so I'm actually moving here onto this a little bit overextended because that's what they do in Tai Chi here. Then this hand goes to my hip. I take a step with my left forward. I'm pushing from my hip with my palm at my hip. I take a step forward with my right. Okay, and then this is going to come out and this is going to come out at the same time. Now, when we do that, I'm going to show you what's called, it's a cycle that we're going to do for each move in Tai Chi. Usually you can do it in a cycle and go to all four corners. So there's one where we push and go in this direction, squeeze it back in this direction, and then I push in this direction, and I do this movement, and then I go forward, and then I push in this direction. In this movement, what we're going to be doing is this. Stand like this. You're just going to watch your right hand go by with the left hand like this, and then switch. You're actually going to pass whatever that energy is in your left hand into your right hand like this and shift the other direction, okay? So it's watching this way right in front of you and then watching this way right in front of you, okay? And we're going to do that in all four corners, all right? So it's up and down. Ball right hand on top, left hand on top, right hand on top. I shift to this side. I push to my right, like this, right? I turn my foot and go in that direction. Place my hand at my hip. What we're going to do now, I'm going to back up just a little bit, is I'm going to step with my left foot while this is here, my right foot, and I'm going to reach. And when I reach, I'm going to reach and come off that foot. I'm actually going to reach for something high. I'm going to reach up and then place it back down. Make sense? So when I'm doing this movement here and I'm stepping forward in this direction, I am, let me give myself enough room here. I am stepping with my left, stepping with my right, reaching, and then I'm going to follow my hand, place it at my hip, and now I'm going to go that way. And I'm going to step with my left, with my right, reach, come back down, follow my left hand, follow my right hand, place it at my hip, step once with my left, once with my right, reach, come back down, follow my left hand, follow my right hand, take a step forward, and a step again, reach, follow my left hand, follow my right hand, bring it back to center, up, and I'm going to keep my feet, sorry, not all the way together, but a little foot apart. Basically, I'm going to re-pivot my foot back to here like that, bring it up, bring it down. That's the meditation, okay? It's a simple cycle all the way through. One more time, we'll do it together. It goes, what time are we at? We got time, cool, excellent. We're going to go fast on this one, okay? It goes, inhale, you're going to inhale and exhale with each movement of the arm. So inhale, exhale. We're going fast. Inhale, exhale. 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 And then you bring it back to here, up, and you're done. Questions about the movement? Does it seem pretty easy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where There's one part where you do this turn.
Yeah.
Turn or something, and then it goes to the hip. What happens at the hip? I couldn't see.
Oh, it just goes here, like this. I'm just doing this. So I'll do it in this direction now with you guys, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Up, down. I make the circle, right hand on top, left hand on top, right hand on top, I turn, right? I change positions. I'm pushing with the chop here, making this. I turn my foot and I lean in that direction. As soon as this happens, this goes to my hip. This goes and holds a table like this, right here. Step, step, reach, bring it down, follow my hand, put it on my hip. Step, step, reach, follow my left hand, follow my right hand. Step, step, reach, follow my left hand, follow my right hand. Step, step, reach. The right hand is forward when I reach. Follow my left hand, follow my right hand. And then I bring it back to here, just put my foot together, up and down. But you can make that cycle go as many times around as you want. So let's talk breath hacks and then we'll do it, all right? When you're doing Tai Chi, the whole point of it is to not think about something or to think about something very specific, all right? So we're wanting ways to meditate. We want a way to meditate actively because that happens to be what resonates with, it seems like the most of us here. Aside from Carlos, I don't know very many people that come to our studio and can sit down, cross their legs, and just go zen. Most of us need something to do with our hands, with our bodies, with our minds. So when I'm doing this movement, what's happening is I can make that circle go round and round. The idea is to watch my own hands as I switch from side to side, watching that hand move and then watching this hand move. And I make my attention not go to my hard things that I'm thinking about in the world. I'm not thinking about the election. I'm not thinking about my, what chores I need to get done, about finances, none of that stuff. The idea is to give yourself a moment or a few moments of peace and to focus your mind on nothing more than watching your hand move by. I try to keep almost no tension in any of my body. So if I'm holding like a lot of muscle tension, trying to make myself look a lot thinner than I really am these days, that's not helpful. I'm actually drawing attention to things that I don't even need to be thinking about right now. All I gotta think about is my arms moving up and down. So when I'm here, I'm thinking about this going up, this, and I'm down like this, settling my weight, getting my mind ready. Now I'm going to actually focus on whatever the lead hand is. So right now, I'm focusing on this ball of energy here and this ball of energy here, right? Whether it's metaphorical or not, doesn't matter, right? I'm focusing on my right hand being on top, right? Now I'm focusing on my left hand, pushing through as I turn. Now I'm focusing on my right hand as it pushes. Now I'm still focusing on my right hand as I reach for that. Now my left hand I'm focusing on. And now my right hand I'm focusing on as it goes all the way down through the push. Does that make sense? No tension in my body. I've got no kung fu-iness to this. It's really just flowing through. There's no tension in my arms. I've got very limp muscles throughout my forearms and my hands, just letting them move, letting them move. It's as if I'm moving through very thick water or gelatin,